my video tutorial on how to make a minion keyring, and I will write a list of all the things that you need for this project in the description box. So I'm using a 3mm hook for this project, and I'm going to start with the blue, the bottom of the minion, and I'm going to make a magic ring. So how to make a magic ring: wrap the wool around your fingers like that and insert your hook through these two pieces of wool and back around that side like that, and chain 1, and into your magic circle do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then pull your wool tight like that, and you can slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet of that round like that. So you can just pull that tight and chain 1, and now you're going to increase to 12 stitches. So in each stitch put 2 single crochets. So 2 into the first single crochet of the last round, 2 into the next one, and right around until you come back to the beginning. And the last stitch, 12. And slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet of that round. Now chain 1, and this is your last increase round, so round 3 is your last increase. So into that same stitch put 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and 1 into the next stitch. So you're increasing in every second stitch. 2 single crochets into the third stitch and 1 in the next, and continue in the round until you have come back to the beginning. So I've come back round and just slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet in that round, and that's your increasing finished. So now you're going to chain 1 in row 4, and you're going to continue around doing 1 single crochet in each stitch until you're halfway up your minion, and slip stitching to the first stitch in each round, chaining 1 to start your round, and continuing on. So I'll just meet you at the end of this round. So I've come up as far as I want to for the bottom half of the minion. I've done 4 rows, so that's 7 in all, 3 increasing rows and 4 rows of 18 stitches. And now I'm going to change my colour to the yellow. So what I do here is I chain 1 and cut the thread at the wool and pull that through. I'm just going to cut this off so it doesn't get in the way, and then I'm just going to push that in there. So we're going to change now to the yellow wool. Okay, and you can join anywhere really. I'm just going to join at the back, and chain 1. Now I'm going to just work in the back loops of the last row. So again, single crochet. So I'm just going to single crochet into the back loop only, 1 of each stitch, 2. You should have 18 stitches, 3. So I've come to the end of the first row, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet in that round. And now you are just going to continue by chaining 1 and single crocheting in every stitch around until you have 3 more rows done, or how high you want the minion to be. So I actually chose to do 5 rows of crochet. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a length of the wool and get my darning needle, and I'm going to pull that wool through like that there. I'm going to thread my darning needle. It's quite a small darning needle. Thread my darning needle, and I'm going to take my stuffing and I'm going to stuff the minion. So and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew in and out of each single crochet with the yellow wool, like this. So just sew into one single crochet and out of another. Okay, and I've come back to the beginning. Okay, and what you need to do then is pull your wool tight. And just what you can do is you can actually put your needle right through and cut your thread. Okay, now that's your basic minion shape. So what's left to do now is to decorate it. So I'm just going to do Stuart. I'm going to do one eye and 2 arms, and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, so for the minion's eye, I tried it a few different ways. The best one I found was I cut out a tiny circle of white felt and stuck it on. And then to make the grey outline, I took my grey wool, did a slip knot, and chained 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and slip stitched to the first chain. Okay, quite tight. And then I chained 1, cut this wool, and tied these 2 pieces of wool together in a knot. And then what I did was I took my minion and I'm going to glue with material glue this outline onto the minion. So go ahead and just glue all of this on and let it set, and I will come back and show you how to do the eyeball and the arms. Okay, I have glued this on now. So you're now left with these 2 threads. So what I do is I just insert my hook anywhere. So just pull your thread through like that. It should come out with a little bit of effort, and pull this one through as well. And the closest to the eye, the better. And then all that's left to do then is cut the thread off like this. And when you pull him out a little bit, those threads will disappear. So you have your eye on now. Now what I'm going to do is the simple way. I'm just going to do a black dot for the eyeball with a marker like this. Okay, he's starting to look like a little character. So for the arms, what I did was I took my yellow wool, made a slip knot, and chained 6. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And into the second chain from the hook, I did a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th chain 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and back up the other side of the chain I did 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and just pull your wool. I have a knot on that one. Just pull your wool through. Okay, so you're left with something that looks a little bit like this. So what you do is you fold over with the good side facing out the ways, and you're going to sew with your darning needle the 2 pieces together. Okay, so that is just a piece of wool at the top. So I'm going to sew these together. And when you get to the hand at the bottom of this, so this is the arm and this is the hand here where the 3 single crochets all went into the 1 stitch. Stick your needle in the very, very bottom and push it right up through the project like that there, and you're going to leave your needle attached because that's what you're going to sew onto the minion. Now again, I'm just going to use the black marker. I'm literally just going to colour the wool in. Okay, and you can fix that up at the end. And then you take your minion and you're going to sew the arm onto the side of the minion. So you just pull it through like that. And just attach it as best as you can. So I kind of want that to sit down. So I'm just going to go right through the minion to the other side where the other arm is going to go. A little bit too far forward. And you take your other arm. Okay. And you're just going to attach that onto your minion. And so far looking good. Okay. So now I'm going to attach the keyring to the top of my minion, and how I'm going to do that is thread a piece of blue wool onto a darning needle and put the darning needle right up through the middle of the minion and pull it through. And make sure to leave a little bit at the bottom because you're going to be knotting that. Okay. And then take the beads that you wanted to add on. So I have 2. And put them down like that. And then you are just going to loop that round like that, and you can put a knot in it in a minute. And now the tricky part is you're going to put the needle back down through the 2 beads and right back down through your minion and pull your needle through like this. Okay, and again, not right through. You want to leave a little bit of wool at the top. Okay, and pull that for as much of a loop as you want, and just put, oh, my minion's a bit squished, so shape them up the way you want them, and just put a little knot at the bottom of that loop, because that's what you're going to attach onto your keyring. And then here at the bottom, I'm just going to tie these 2 together in a knot. Okay, so just tie up good and tight, and you can cut that thread right up to the knot like this, and then just attach your keyring, and there is your little minion keyring. Thanks guys for watching.